What's up, y'all? It's Rebecca Henry here from Spelman College, and you are tuned into the Campus Rundown, a show for students by students. This fall semester is coming to an end, so that means tonight is our season finale. We have special guests, we have recaps on great topics and conversations, and just great HBCU fun and love, y'all. So make sure you share with your friends and be ready to engage with us in the comments. And stay tuned. We'll be right back after this clip. Hey, that could always get me turned a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, y'all, welcome back to the Campus Rundown. Again, my name is Rebecca Henry, a sophomore psychology major with a minor in religious studies here at Spelman College. And we have our guest here, our host, our lovely host. We're missing Najee. We miss you. He's taking finals. You know, academics is always first. But go ahead and introduce yourself, Kevin.
You're muted.
See, Kevin's been doing this all season long.
I swear to God, like it never fails.
Never fails.
But what's up, everybody? I am Kevin Keys III, hailing from the illustrious of Morehouse College. I am from Detroit, Michigan, the Murder City. I am a graduating senior in political science major. And talk to us, Eleni.
Hey, y'all. I am Eleni Bass, a junior mass media arts major with a concentration in radio, TV, and film from the illustrious Claflin University, hailing all the way from 757 area of Virginia. You know the vibes. How are y'all doing? Y'all feeling okay? Like, how are y'all mentally? We good? Because I'm good. Y'all good?
Yeah, I'm good. School is finally over. The semester is over. Finals is over. Everything. So I really get to decompress and relax. I'm ready for the break. So I'm good. What about you, Kevin?
I'm actually excited for the first time in forever. I'm more optimistic than ever. I mean, like it's senior year, and I can finally see how it feels to actually have a senior year. Because I'm a COVID baby. Graduated 2020, got everything stripped away from me. So it's like for me to finally be able to get to my senior year, and I'm doing this all over again. About to cross the stage, all that. Something I didn't get the opportunity to do in high school. So I'm real like hyped. I'm done with the semester. I'm looking forward to the next semester. I got 25 days left until, my Founders Day. And not only that, but my last day of my undergrad. So I'm excited.
That's good. That's good that everybody is doing well. So tonight, y'all, it is the season finale. It's a little bit bittersweet, but it's okay. We'll be back next semester. But tonight, we are bringing back our HBCU brothers and sisters. We had the chance to meet them and chat with them over the season. And we are just so happy that they are back with us tonight so we can chat it up some more. So y'all come on in. Come on in. We ready for y'all?
Dang, they done brought me back on here.
Hey,
Abby was popping.
What's up,
Oh
y'all?
my goodness. Hey, y'all. Introduce yourselves.
It's not stopping. It's going.
We in here deep.
I go first. My name is Ezekiel Stevens. I am a sophomore at the prestigious Claflin University, majoring in mass media arts with a concentration in TV, radio, and film with a minor in communications. Coming from Saginaw, Michigan, you know what I'm saying? The city of champions, So I'm here. I'm glad to be back on the show once again.
Hey.
I go. My name is Majan Cradle. Most folks around here call me MC. I am a senior communications major from PG County, Maryland, right here at the illustrious 1865 Bowie State University, baby.
Okay.
I'll go next. I'm Chris Moultrie, a junior emphasis on junior because this has been a rough year. But junior education studies major with a concentration in elementary education from Mobile, Alabama, attending Morehouse College.
My name is Ira Moore. I am a graduate of Morehouse College, getting my BS in chemistry, and a current graduate student at North Carolina A&T, getting my master's in biomedical engineering, and I'm from Macon, Georgia.
Hey guys, I am Zabrian Moser, a mass communications major with a focus in journalism and a double minor in marketing and political science from the illustrious, the legendary, the vivacious, the oldest and the boldest, the first HBCU built in South Carolina. Yeah, Claflin University. I'm a sophomore and I currently serve as the second-elect Mr. Orange and Maroon on the Claflin University's Royal Court, and it's such an honor and a privilege to be back once again.
Yes.
Okay, I guess I'm last. Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Kendall Jones. I am a senior majoring in mass communications with a focus in broadcast journalism. I am from Washington, D.C., but I attend the illustrious Southern University Agricultural and Mechanical College, and I'm happy to be here again. How y'all doing?
Shout out to all the seniors. We out.
Okay, yeah. We are so proud of each and every one of you all, and we're so glad that y'all are back. Y'all, tonight we're doing a little bit of reminiscing on past topics and conversations because this season we've talked about homecoming, we talked about Greek life, internships, time management, money management, dating, everything, y'all. But there are 3 topics that were quite popular that we're going to discuss tonight. So first up is homecoming. So check out this clip.
So for me, I want to say from jump, watch what you do and watch what you post and watch what you record. Watch who you record. Watch who is recording you. Because at the end of the day, your future is on the line. And one video from now can mess up anything that you have going on 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. So really, really watch what you do.
Yeah, Eleni was talking because homecoming, this past homecoming was really, really good.
Hey, Mom.
Advice for everybody. So how was y'all homecoming?
I'm gonna say my homecoming was, it was a lot, but overall it was cool. Had a lot of events. It was relaxed. Ain't nobody do too much. Everybody was safe. So we had a fun, safe, homecoming.
Okay.
I would say homecoming for me probably was the best I've ever enjoyed it this year. I'd probably say because I got the chance to literally host just about everything for homecoming, like the homecoming concert, the step show, the day party. So it was my most being involved with the campus and really being able to get a feel of what I want to do in real life. And plus everybody was turned. It was just first homecoming outside from COVID. So it was turned regardless. But it definitely felt good, man, outside this year.
I would say that my homecoming experience was a lot different than y'all's this year. I'm a sophomore, and I've heard everybody else say that their homecoming was lit. Child, mine was very mid. It wasn't giving what it's supposed to give. It wasn't. And I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, so I think as a freshman, you come in, homecoming is always gonna be turned as a freshman, always. But this year, I was in, a bigger or higher leadership role. I'm on Royal Court this year. So I had a lot of obligations that I didn't realize filled during homecoming week. I had a lot of obligations. So I was not able to, homecoming week, you should step no matter what. And of course, I had on suits and everything, but that's not what I really wanted to wear. I wanted to put that shit on. But I wasn't able to because I'm in Royal Court attire almost every day. That was one thing. And 2, I was a step coach this year. So at Claflin, we have a dorm step show. So it's 5 dorms that compete in a show every year for homecoming. And I was a step coach. And we did win. Fly Rise, High Rise, we did win. I was step coach. So we got to open up for the Greek step show. But that was also the day of the tailgate. And the day of the tailgate, I was not able to really partake in tailgate activities because I was in Royal Court attire. I had to be at tailgate. I had to be greeting alumni and everything. Which I do love what I do, for Claflin. But at the same time, homecoming wasn't really what it was supposed to be. And just like Eleni said on that previous clip, I had to be mindful of, what I did and who I did it around, because, I'm kind of leadership, and we can't, do any and everything and be recorded and it be posted. So homecoming wasn't all that this year.
Look, I gave Clark Atlanta their props last year, and I was like, okay, they had the best homecoming. But this year, Spellhouse ate it up. Y'all can't even.
Spellhouse did win. Spellhouse won.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was real fun.
All
like
right.
21 Savage.
All right. With Clark homecoming, for me personally, I loved it. Just coming off of freshman year, because we only had like 3 days to do events last year because of COVID. Compared to this year, it was pretty much like what I expected it to be. And I enjoyed myself. I definitely enjoyed myself. I brought up my mom. She came out, and it was just a blast to see her enjoy everything. And then also, not to mention, I was involved in a lot of things as well. So I can definitely take part of like the leadership thing. Being Mr. Campus Activities Board, I had to answer a lot of tough questions about certain activities and certain like how everything was organized, and I was like, I have nothing to do with that. But yeah, that I had ended up having my own signature sandwich in the caf during homecoming. And plus I wasn't broke during homecoming, so that was a plus. I was like, hey, I'm gonna go cash out on some food trucks.
That's a blessing.
When you hear me, I cashed out. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take a break. But other than that though, it was definitely a time. And I also had a chance, to really just document everything. So I can't wait. By the way, documentary coming soon on Clark Atlanta's homecoming. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, it was definitely amazing. I wouldn't lie.
Well, for me, homecoming was the absolute best. I had 2 homecomings. I went to Clark and Spellhouse's homecoming, and Spellhouse did eat up like we should have. Yeah. But I also turned 21 during homecoming. So my homecoming, I didn't go to classes for 2 weeks. And I was never drunk though. I was never drunk, and I passed all my classes. That's all that matters.
Period.
There you go. That's how you do it.
Love to see it. But anybody else got anything about homecoming?
So for me, it was sorry.
No, you go ahead.
So for me, it was a little different this year because I'm in grad school, so I didn't get to unfortunately attend Spellhouse and see the achievement of us still being on top. But I did attend A&T's homecoming, and so for a grad student, like the balance was different, but I still got to go out to some of the events and have fun. So it was cool to see like the differences.
Okay.
I would say, being as though this is my last homecoming, it was like bittersweet. More so like bitter because I had to work through a lot of it. Like, y'all, we had City Girls, Mini Domes up in flames. Then we had Jacquees up in there with his like. It was a lot going on, but it was a time. The main thing, like, because we're in the SWAC, which is the Southwestern Athletic Conference, we were here for football. And let me tell you something about that tailgate at Southern. If y'all have never been to a Southern University tailgate, just come on down one time. Just come find me. I will personally show y'all around for a time at Southern. I didn't even make it to the game. That's just it. I didn't even make it to the game. That's how you know I had a time.
Hey, what she's saying is facts. Miles went against Southern last football season, and when I tell you, it's just ain't nothing like a tailgate. Like, woo! You be forgetting the game is going. You be like, oh wait a minute,
you really do.
Let me go to the game real quick. But I mean, it's just a good old time. And one thing I just want to say, when it comes to as far as homecoming, I wish somebody would have told me this. For those who are in SGA, Royal Corps student leadership, please don't find yourself doing it all 4 years. Because you're not going to have the time to enjoy yourself, and you're going to look back after a while and be like, I didn't really get to enjoy my my college career. Like I had fun, and I'm glad that I had the opportunities that I had, but I didn't really get the chance to sit back and just like be a college student. So a lot of times with us being student leaders, we have a lot on us. A lot of people coming to us. A lot of people want us to be like superheroes. So we never really get the chance to actually sit back and just go and be college students. So just don't lose sight of being a college student, and don't forget to enjoy yourself, because you ain't gonna realize you didn't enjoy yourself until it's too late. So definitely do that, because I'm glad that I had the privilege, and it wasn't the way I wanted it, but I had the privilege to not be a part of SGA my last final school year, and it was a blessing, because I spent so many years like just literally working and working and working. I was the one putting on the homecoming. So it's like I didn't get to see or get to have the fun because I'm dealing with the artists. And let me tell you, who's some of them artists? But I didn't get the chance to actually genuinely deal with, the experience in homecoming and just enjoying homecoming. So just don't lose sight of being a college student, and just like take the time for you and enjoy yourself, because you only get one undergrad experience. That's all I got.
Yeah. So what was y'all like most memorable part in homecoming this year, or just any past homecomings?
Drake.
Yeah.
Drake. For sure. For me this year.
Geez. I think for me personally, I think it would have to be the Greek Stuff Show and the tailgate. The Greek Stuff Show for one, because as a campus activity boy, as a cabbie, I did work at the event. And when I tell you, some AKAs got into a fight in the beginning of the line. Let me just put it out there. They got into a fight and we had to break it up. That was the craziest thing I ever seen. But like it was a sold out show and it was amazing. Like the Greeks definitely stepped. Like they put their heart and soul into every you know what I'm saying? They dedicated to that craft, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, they hard, they tough. Like the atmosphere was just amazing. But tailgate, the fact that Clark Atlanta won, and everyone that knows Clark Atlanta knows that it's a rare sighting for us to win a football game. So for us to win on homecoming, it was beautiful. It was just amazing. So tailgate was nice. Like the alumni was out there. They showed so much love. We had we had Hot Girl Heather, the creator of the CAU Dunks. She came out there and she showed some love. She gave, you know what I'm saying, had on the Dunks as well. It was just, and we also had the parade too. So it was just like amazing. Like the vibe was just amazing. And yeah, my mom almost hooked up with a Q dog, but other than that, yeah, it was good. Yeah.
It's everybody face just.
Yes, hey, if it wasn't for me, hey, all I'm gonna say is I helped her. I stopped her. Yeah.
Should have told her to get an outfit,
Sit
bro.
down.
No, for real.
Get somewhere and
Told her
sit
to get an
down.
outfit.
Please sit down. Please.
Get somewhere and
Listen,
sit down.
hey, my mama gonna cut up. You hear me? She at first
She
she was
should.
like, you feel me? She was like, she was like, she saw some dudes in purple, and I was like, Mom, stay away from them. She said, but I got me a plate of food. I said, from where? He said, them Kappa boys. I was like, oh, okay. You good? Yeah. They gave me some. Nah, stop it. Yeah, time to go. Wrap it up, baby. Go home. Go home. You got to go. You tripping, my man.
I'm about my Phi Beta business, okay?
Is mama in the views? Is mama in the comments?
Yeah, let me talk to mom. She's running out.
I can't help it.
Let me talk to mom.
Next topic. What's the next topic?
Good. What did you doing?
All right. We're glad to know that homecoming was very memorable for everybody. But next topic is men, y'all. So let's look at this clip real quick. Had to learn discipline because I realized that it'll benefit me in the long run. So that's definitely my advice. It's hard. It's really hard when you're on Shein, when you're online shopping, when you're just going out to eat, and you have that ability to, but to know that it'll pay off in the long run was my goal. After a while, I was like, okay, that food just went down the drain. Like I just ate for that moment. And now like I'm short like $20-$30 that I could have spent doing something productive later on. So Most definitely. Y'all, money management in college is crazy. Like, especially being on your own without being under your
Yeah,
parents'
it is. It's
roof.
a
And
CE.
when you get that $20, $30, your mama like, let me hold that for a second. Nah, you got it all to yourself. Like, you are the person to really determine where your money goes, what you spend it on. And it's just that freedom, y'all. I think personally I've gotten better with money management since freshman year. What about y'all?
Listen, one thing I'm gonna say is I realized that $100 is really $1 for real. I swear.
Okay.
Honestly, like
You ain't never lied.
You look up
You ain't never
and that
lied.
$100 gone. Don't break that $100 bill. As soon as you do, you got $20 here, $25 here, $30 here. It's all gone.
It's
And
all
the
gone.
thing that I learned is if you need some money, you're gonna find it somewhere. I ain't never seen a bunch of college students make away like the students on my campus. I swear, like, you know, we be broke one minute, next minute we all got money. We want to really do something, we gonna find the money for it. I mean, I seen freshmen come in and raise money for like Greek life and all that, especially because like getting ready to get ready for intake. You definitely got to do a lot of saving, and like money management is definitely big because it's like you got to save your money for that, but then you got to save your money to survive, and it's all that. So it's really like you really got to be focused and what your goals is before you just spend your money. Because I'm telling you, like outside is expensive. I'm talking about to go get a smoothie is $10. It's like, oh my God, like why is everything so expensive? Food is expensive, just like to go to the movie theater is expensive. So anything you want to do is like you really just need to be just at a park playing tic-tac-toe or something. Like these are the activities you got to do now at this point because everything's just so expensive. So yeah, I will say I came down there tomorrow. It's like different. I was like, oh, just spending money. But by the time my senior year came, I said, ooh, outside is expensive. So I've been staying in, a lot. So definitely, I think I got better at money management, but I still ain't there.
Well, I can't do it. Let me tell you why. First of all, personally, for real, y'all. Like Rebecca just said, you're out here on your own, you free and everything, but baby, I've been free and broke. Like that's not a good mix.
It's crazy.
It's just like, dang. Like as a freshman, like I thought I was spending money, but sophomore year. Like this has been the most expensive year of school I have ever had. Okay, first off, y'all, I can't drive. So I was driving and the sidewalk expanded and I hit the sidewalk, right?
Oh Lord.
And my rim been bent up. You hear? I bent my rim so bad. I busted the tire. Like I had to get a tow truck. A lot of stuff happened. So that was money. Then Royal Court, y'all, like for dudes, we can't go buy like a $20 suit. Like our suits is $200 and up starting off. So I had to do that. Shoes, haircuts are not cheap. Like a haircut every week is $30. Like we can't go get braids put in. No, a haircut is $30. And and it's just like money. And then I'm trying to be cute on this on the side, trying to do this, trying to do that, trying to go out to eat. Like y'all know when y'all be like real intoxicated at night. And all you want is like a good cookout tray, but the tray be like $10. It's just money on top of money on top of money on top of money, and then I be broke, like broke. Like y'all don't understand. Y'all are really not getting me. I've been so broke, and then I don't learn it until like my account is getting declined. Like can't pay my Apple bill, can't pay my phone. Like, and then my mama, she fussing because she's sending like money every week, but baby, I got stuff to do every week. So it's just not making sense. And luckily, I can make clothes. So, I can go make me an outfit in like an hour or two. But whenever you need like real stuff, like, stuff for your dorm room, stuff for this, stuff for that, it's just like,
it's expensive.
Child, where the money been at? Like, what's going on? So I can say that I have not learned to money manage whatsoever. But through the help of God, hopefully I can learn how to manage because I will not go into my second year of my sophomore year broke because this is not it. Like that's not a way to live. Like that is not the will of God for anybody to be that broke, especially during homecoming, y'all. During homecoming, all my money went to Royal Court. Like all of my money. Like so, like our coronation was like literally the Thursday to kick off homecoming. Coronation took all my money. Then my birthday was the Sunday to end homecoming. Couldn't even turn up for my birthday. Then I had to have suits, for certain days during homecoming week. Like it just wasn't a good time. It wasn't a good time. And then like I wasn't able to work how I wanted to work because I had wrecked my car. Then the dorm step show. So it was just a lot going on. But I will never be that broke ever again. Like ever.
That D broke was real because that's real college life, especially at HBCU. If you're involved, yeah, that's real.
Like it is not cute being broke during homecoming week. Like that is not a good look. I'm so serious. Like it's not fun.
It's the worst.
Like everybody else out turning up, and then y'all, why are college parties like $40? Like y'all, hold on. Like
wait, who's party $40? I don't know about that.
Be for real.
Respectfully, not going to those
What
parties.
you going to?
Right,
Y'all,
where
college parties have been
Get in for
$40
free.
and prayerfully like. So I know, it was $Q Founders Day and everything. So they had the parties going on. The Reds had parties, Alphas had parties, and luckily, all my mentors and my friends are Greeks. I got it for free. But it's like you get in there, Nuke Juice been $10, 8 Piss been $10. Like dang,
I don't know nothing about that. They just passed the cups, baby. I don't know.
Blue
Okay.
Juice been $12, Duck Water $10, Ivy Piss $12. Like be for real, bro. Be for real.
Listen, I feel it. Cause I mean, like my thing is, if Greece can't get in free, I'm staying in my dorm. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
As a GDI, we don't have that privilege, baby. We don't have that privilege.
I'm the kind of person, right? If I'm getting them for free, me and my LBs, my Neos, and you a GDI, come on, you my man's, come on, I got you. You with me. We good. Because paying to get in a college party, absolutely not. Sorry.
No. And then y'all gonna make me stand out the line, and then y'all say, oh, it's free before 10:30. And then
don't even let you in until
you don't even open the door until 10:45. Tonight you charging me $40 to get in. I'm good.
Yeah.
Y'all can keep all that.
Hey, they be knowing what they do the whole time.
Trifling. That's what it is. Giving trifling.
And
Then
think about it.
they got the little camera. Then they got the little camera showing the line. Yeah.
And then they be like, oh well, people here now, so they're gonna pay for the ticket. No, I'm about to get in my car and I'm about to turn back around and go back to the campus because I'm not about to pay that. Like, I lost your mind.
See, I can't. My stepdad, he a cheapskate, so I learned how to budget quick from him. Like, it was certain things that he wouldn't buy that I would pick up on. Like, he wouldn't buy like a certain brand of juice or like a certain brand, or like he just know when like it was about to be a sale, when something in season. So with that being said, I'll never forget my first year in college. I went grocery shopping and I was like, "Ooh, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to go ahead, give me, you know what I'm saying? Give me some money, give me that. Hold on, that's $10. Wait a minute, that's $5. That's $5.62. We're gonna go ahead and get that. Bow, you know what I'm saying? So I really learned over time how to stretch money out and learn how to budget, especially around homecoming. Because let me tell you, I did like a little, like I was doing my little coaching job with flag football, and I got me some money. I was like, ooh, and then it was like, it's a bye week today. It's a bye week this week. We ain't got no practices, no games. I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna make this little money that I got from football for these last couple weeks last. Let me tell you, I was like, man, it's kind of hard, but and then you had the vendors. Then they had some shoes out there. I was like, yeah, I gotta. It's hard, but I gotta spend something. So it's all about self-discipline for me. When it comes down to money, I'm very a disciplined person when it comes down to money and dollars. I'm not spending no money on no college party. I'm sorry, that's not gonna happen. If it ain't worth it, I'm not going. I mean, if it ain't no Greek party, if it ain't a party that I'm on the mic on, I'm not going. Like, you not getting no party. And that's just that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, stretch your money. Whoever's watching, stretch a dollar. Learn how to stretch a dollar and learn how to budget wisely, because you can make $100 last a whole month if you know what you're doing in that store. You're gonna make that $100 last for a whole month. That's all.
Well, in Louisiana, we got food stamps over here for college students. We got food stamps over here, baby. So I'm living great. Money management was
I don't
great
want to hear
this
that.
year off the bat.
We ain't
Like,
getting no food stamp.
That EBT, I'll pull up the car right now.
We ain't get them.
I'll
We
pull up the
ain't
car.
get them.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
We
I
ain't
got it in
get
my
them.
purse. Wait a minute.
Listen,
Louisiana, yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
pin? What's the
And
pin?
I politely swipe
Yeah.
it, baby. Politely
What's the
swipe that
pin?
card every time.
good
I'm
seafood
going
boy.
to
Good seafood boy every Friday. I know that's
and
right.
do. Yeah. So I would say this year, money management just really wasn't a thing I had to too much concern myself about with a lot of things because I had food stamps. So I was like, okay, we eating good. Bet. Now here's where Southern got us. Southern decided that they were gonna drop like 90% of like all of the students' refunds right before homecoming. Yeah, they tried to get us with that one. They were like, yeah, you know you finna spend this money, so here you go.
That's a good point, y'all. We did not get our refund checks until like last week.
Oh no,
homecoming was 3 weeks ago.
Homecoming.
3 weeks ago.
We got our stuff like a little bit around homecoming, and like being an out-of-state student, like I would say my freshman year, this year didn't happen. My freshman year, I will never forget this. This is when I like really like learned how to start like managing my money better. My freshman year, when I got my refund was $5,000. And you gotta know I acted a fool, a whole fool. 5 G's. I had never touched that much money before. I was like, all right, bet. Watch this. I was just buying stuff for no reason.
Well, why your refund so much?
Baby, you're going to jail. No, you're talking about Casper. You're going to jail.
No, so what had happened was, like, technically speaking, you know, being from DC ain't a state. So they were charging you out of state, but they can't really charge you out of state if you're not a state. So I finessed the system.
You are going to jail.
You boys
The IRS is spying on you. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Hey, say that one more time for me in the camera. One more time for me.
The IRS is looking for you.
One more time.
The IRS is looking for you.
We live right now.
The IRS is looking for you. The IRS is looking for you for real. Like for real.
Right.
No, but like that was my freshman year. So like I'm a senior now, and I'm telling y'all, like from that to now, there was so much growth because I was just buying stuff. And like at the time when I was a freshman, you know, like that $5,000 could have went to something really smart. Like I could have put a down payment on a car because I didn't have a car at the time. I was just buying stuff. Like I can't even tell y'all what I spent half of that money on. Like right now, couldn't tell you. But it taught me a lot because after that money was gone, I was like, dang, I gotta eat. Look like I'm about to hit Mayberry. I'm about to hit the cab. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Like,
Yep.
And I feel like that's a really important lesson you have to learn. Like, I would say freshman year is the time where you really need to learn how to like start managing your money if you don't. Because I would hate for somebody to get to like now, like you're in your senior year or you graduated undergrad or whatever, and you don't know how to manage your money because that's concerning. But still very important lesson to be learned.
Yeah, feeling the effects of not saving will really make you want to change. And if you don't change, you just keep feeling it, keep going through that cycle.
Be sitting there proof up.
Yeah. There's just always something that is like happens later on. You'd be like, oh, I could have saved that money for that's coming up. And like in hindsight, we feel like, oh, I'm not going to be using this money for nothing. So I could really spend it on whatever I want. But some end up coming up. And you just like, dang, like it's unexpected. So it's just best to learn from those lessons and not repeat the same cycle. Yeah, I'm really preaching to myself, but yeah.
For as far as student leaders, those who like plan events for their campus and stuff, I do recommend that like incorporating through y'all welcome weeks and stuff, like maybe some financial literacy classes, because I know like when it comes to these colleges and universities, this is the first time that a lot of students are, being away from their family, are having to deal with, getting jobs and budgeting and not only paying for school, maybe getting a work study check and things like that. That's a lot of things that, a lot of people ain't used to. A lot of people ain't used to sitting there filling out W-9 forms and things like that. So, these student leaders, like I just recommend that y'all like incorporate that into not only your welcome weeks or your freshman weeks or things like that. Just sit there and not only help the freshmen, but your entire like student body, because there's a lot of people that might fell through the cracks and don't know
you know, how to budget their money properly, you know. So I still sometimes have troubles budgeting my money, but, you know, being on a plan and actually executing the way, you know, if I'm writing down, well, I'm only spending this, like 500 just for me, you know, just for me to have, you know, for I to spend the way I want to spend it, and then having money just for bills and things like that. You just gotta learn how to just, you know, manage and budget. And I know that having a, you know, course or anything like that, like Our Money Matters, like it's a lot of different programs that do financial literacy and try to, you know, help students learn how to budget. So I just recommend that as well.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We're gonna move on to the next topic because I wanted to have time for this. This is one of our most popular topics. But first, before we move on, we see Sky is here. Hey, she popped up. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, you guys. My name is Claflin. You can also call me SK. Some people do call me Sky. I am from Florida Memorial University, and I'm a third-year business student.
Okay, we're so glad to have you here. And everybody in the comments, we see y'all. They said outside is expensive. We felt that. We see y'all in the comments. Make sure y'all share because this last topic, y'all, like I said, is one of our most popular topics that we actually talked about last week, and that is dating in college. Wow.
And I know a lot of times even we call it toxic, but a lot of people say they all have like relationship traumas, they childhood traumas and all that, and they put
What
it
does
back
that have to
in
do with me?
Right.
and I get that. But then that's when it comes to knowing love. If you really love that person, then sometimes you might have to go a
Let
little
me pause you on that because I feel like a lot of people get stuck in the idea of they like the idea of love. They like the feeling of what they think is love. But it's not really always that. Like you can be with a complete narcissist and you know what a true narcissist is. Like they can shower you with gifts. They can shower you with all these affirmations and love and stuff. And then turn around and be like, you stupid. You're dumb. You're worthless.
Ooh. Oh.
Dang, you alone one.
I've been waiting on this conversation. Let me just
Because we can get back into it.
Huh?
It was people that were there last week, but those what do y'all think?
I think it's really important to understand who you are, number one, and what your needs are, what your boundaries are, and then like what is your turns on like you don't know that. You're going off of your friends, you're going to end up on the it's really important going around the cycle trying to figure out is it beneficial relationship.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yes.
I think personally, it comes down to you're young, so you have time to learn. But it's like people have this idea of what looks like just based on social media, and they take that, and they be like, all right, this is what I want. And this is how I want to be loved. This is how I want to be treated. And that's like very just not it. That's not it. That's not the right way. Instead of have your own like concept of, you know, how to love somebody, or basically just your own like emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it should be. Instead of going off what you see on the internet or what you going off seeing what someone else is doing.
And I want to jump in because I've been waiting on this conversation because, you know, the last episode really got heated. And one thing I want to say is, you know, yeah, I do say that trauma bonds is a real thing. And a lot of people don't know how to love. A lot of people didn't have that love in their household, you know, growing up. And that doesn't give nobody a reason to treat someone the way that they treat them. However, one thing that I will say is if you don't want to get out, then no one can help you.
And I say this to say, you know, a lot of people get into toxic relationships and things like that, and then they get their friends involved, especially in college. Like they get their friends involved and things like that, which creates a problem with, you know, fighting on campus and things like that. And what I'm saying is, it's like that person that's in that relationship, you gotta want out. You genuinely gotta want out. And somebody jump in. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying. It's like, you know, the old saying, like, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Like, if you're in that kind of situation where like the relationship is toxic, detrimental, whatever you want to call it, and like from an outside perspective as a friend, it's just like, you know, you could tell your friend like, hey, like this person is really like messed up towards you. I don't like how they treating you, like this, that, and the third. But like at the end of the day, if that person is in a relationship with that person and they aren't ready to leave, then they aren't gonna leave. You can't make them leave.
And also with that, I think that as an outsider looking in, you have to know when to shut up. Everything is not your place to say everything.
That's true.
It's their business. Unless you're brought into the equation, mind your business. Now, if you feel like it's getting to that point where you need to say something, you need to pull one of them to the side and say, you know, blah 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 blah. And even with that, learn what a boundary is and learn your boundaries with that friend. You know, certain friends you have certain boundaries with. And with my friends, I don't really get in, you know, because my friend, everybody got somebody but me, and that's all right, you know. But with that, unless they ask me for my advice, I don't give my input. And even with that, I say this is just my opinion. However, I can't make you do anything. That's your opinion. That's your business. Your relationship. So learn when to hush. That's my advice. Learn when to mind your business. Like mind your business. Thank you.
I was just gonna say I would add to that and say learn when to use that L word, the LOVE, because a lot of us are like saying, "Oh, knowing when to love a person," but half of us, and I'm just speaking from a college student who's been through some relationships. Amen. If you can't love me without having sex with me, you don't love me. Because if we first started this connection and we 3 days in the relationship and we done already made certain steps, you don't really love me. You love what I can do for you. Because at the end of the day, I know I'm good at it. You know I'm good at it. That ain't the conversation. The conversation is whether or not you're meant for me. But back to what Zabrion said, like, I just feel like it's real idiotic for a single person to be giving married people, and I'm using the term married as a metaphor, married people advice. If I'm, let me put it like this. If I'm an HBCU student, I'm not going to listen to nothing a PWI student got to say about something I'm going through at my HBCU. And that's all I got to say.
Correct.
Okay. So I got two things with what you just said. You were saying, okay, question. Do you think your level of being in love with somebody correlates to sex?
Not necessarily, but if the level of love me is only predetermined by if we having sex or not, or if we've had sex, then it's not really love. If you can only use the word I love you because we had sex, you don't love me. You only have an attachment to me and you feel like you love me. But if I'm going through something and it's a hard time for me and I can't give you sex right now, are you still gonna love me?
I get where you're going with that one, but it's like, you know, we can't just forget about soul ties. Because when we talk about soul ties, that leads to a whole different types of love, you know. And I think that it's all different types of love because, you know, you can have love for somebody, you know, I got love for you, you know, I got love for everybody in the world. You know, you can love somebody and I love all my family. But then you can sit there and be in love with somebody. And some people got to understand the difference between that love because, you know, you can have love for somebody and not be in love. You feel me? And, you know, a lot of people don't really like distinguish between the difference of the loves. One thing that I will say is sex don't always make the difference in how much you love a person, but them soul ties can get real strong if you're sexually active with a person and you already love them and you already in love with them.
Now, sex shouldn't be the thing that makes you in love with them. That can be something that can cause someone to go even in more love with that person, if that makes sense.
I think I think this is why it's so important to, when you get into a relationship with someone, make sure that it's built upon a solid friendship, right? As in y'all are cool outside of trying to be together. Like that's someone you can call your friend, right? Because when you try to base it upon sex or what you all can do for each other in that kind of manner, that's when things, like you said, begin to get tangled and confusing in a sense. And it's like, if we were cool before this, all we can do now is build upon what we already have, being friends. If we don't have that solid foundation, it's like any little thing can cause damage to the already rocky foundation we have. And then sooner or later, everything would just come crumbling down.
And
To add to that, I'll say this: don't leave your home for a hotel. Don't leave your home for a hotel.
That's a sermon.
Don't leave. Hey, listen, because at the end of the day, you get to the HBCU world, you get to this college, and like, say for example, like me, I'm in a relationship, right? 3 years now, and my girl, she go to Albany State. She a golden round, So the thing about it is, we're building a foundation, a home. You know what I'm saying? You go to these different. I live in Atlanta. You in Albany. You're gonna meet different people. You're gonna, you know what I'm saying. And the thing about it is, it's like you going into a different environment, like a hotel, and you staying there, and you know what I'm saying. You decide that maybe this is the best place for me. But one thing about a hotel, though, that's different than a home is hotels are temporary. Homes are forever. Homes are permanent. You see what I'm saying? So don't leave someplace where it's just temporary and it's not permanent. It's not a solidified place to stay. A home is something permanent. A home is some place to stay where you definitely for sure you can lay your head at. And then you open up, and then not to mention, don't open up your home to a person that you ain't willing to sign a lease on. If you ain't willing to let that person in on a lease, don't entertain nobody that you not in love with. Don't entertain nobody that you don't want to be with, or you don't see a future with. You just seeing them as a kicker or a type of person that at the end of the day, hey, we just gonna do this right now, and then nah. We are adults at this point. We are in a point in our life where at the end of the day, I'm not with the games. I am not with the drama right now. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. If you just want fornication, if you just want sex, let me know that. If you just want to if you want a relationship, if you want a full-time commitment, if you want to vibe, if you want to go ahead and we want to talk, have dates, then let's do that. If you just want to date, casually date, then let me know. Let me know up front, so that way I won't be misconstrued and misguided on what you want to do in this predicament right now. But yeah, don't put yourself in a place where you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna go and destroy your home just because you want to stay in a hotel.
No, I'm gonna say this one line real quick because you said don't leave your home for a hotel. But if your home have everybody coming in and out of it, it becomes a bed and breakfast.
Say it again. This is not a shelter. This is not a shelter.
That's not happening.
Y'all spitting right now. I'm not gonna
That was it. And I wanted to say what you were saying. I forgot your name. I know your Instagram was like Kevin Keys or something like that. Keys or whatever. You was talking about the difference in being in love and fell in love and everything. So I was in a relationship. I got so sad. I got broken up with in January. But anyway, what I want to say with that is, I had to learn when I was in love and when I just have love for somebody. I think over time, after you fall out of love with that person and you see y'all ain't getting back together, don't do things that's gonna put you back in love with that person because clearly they don't love you. That means if y'all need to stop talking, block them. Okay. If y'all need to stop stop hunching. Huh? Huh? Stop hunching. Go find some else to hunch with. Baby, you were in college. I'm pretty sure anybody, want a piece, okay? Stop doing things that's going to put you back in entanglement with that person because then you walk around looking dumb and they out there living their best life doing whatever they want to do because they're not in love with you anymore. But you're either hot or cold, You're in love and you're not. You're in love and you're not, and that's taking a toll on you and your physical health. Like that's not good. So after you fall out of love, don't do things that's gonna put you back in that situation because then you're gonna look dumb. And then me as your friend, I'm gonna talk about you because now you're being stupid. Stop doing that. All right. Now with the whole home and hotel thing, that's cute, but let me tell you something. Sometimes your home can have bad memories and bad attachments. So sometimes burn the house down, get up out of there, and go build somewhere else. Okay, go build on a solid foundation. All right, go build somewhere else where you can make new memories, where you can be just renewal. Okay, go somewhere else. All right, don't go to no hotel. Go find your piece of land by yourself. Build you a nice 2-story home and live your best life. All right, that's my advice.
I want to add to that and say that y'all know some. Maybe y'all could teach me some because I've been. Anyway, I just really want to say this because I feel like you have to know who you get into relationships with. Using that home analogy, if you know you can't handle a 5-bedroom, 2-bathroom with a patio and a pool,
don't build one, huh?
You don't need to know. And I just feel like, for example, Rebecca know me personally. And for me, like my life is very busy. And I don't like to use the term popular, but I'm very known in the AUC. Okay. So you got to know if you're going to try to date me, it's going to come with a lot of, I'm not going to have necessarily too much time for being with you all the time. Let me put it like that. So I just feel like knowing who you with, because if you dating somebody who in Royal Court or somebody who's in SGA or Rebecca, chapel assistants and all of this, or even the Greeks, they be busy. If you trying to date somebody who planner is full, but you talking about you don't got time for me, baby, you knew I was a snake before I bit you. You don't got time for yourself. That's all I got.
Yo. I just want to say, brother, thank you for preaching the sermon for the night. Thank you. Because let me say this to the people. What camera on? Cool. Dating a student leader is not easy. Now let me preface that with this. You make time for what you want to make time for. That's absolutely true. If that person wants to make time for you, they absolutely will make it. But you also have to understand, when you're dealing with someone who's a student leader, who's very involved, who's also, as you can say, known on campus, especially like some kind of host or something, like it comes with its challenges. And if you're the type of person to get jealous very easily because they can't always give all their time to you, because a lot of people may know them, so you think they might have some kind of thing with them. No, it's just because no. It's like, yo, you gotta examine the toxic qualities within yourself first before you even get into a relationship. Like, yeah, get to know that person, make sure they talk to them, but you also gotta know yourself. You're still dealing with certain things, it's like, take the time. Do you really need to be in some kind of situation or relationship right now? Or you need to take the time to focus on yourself? Because if I'm just doing me, if me doing me is making you upset and I ain't doing nothing wrong, at some point, it's not me, it's you. Don't be the problem, be the solution.
Listen, I feel you on that one because, I mean, two things. One, what you just said, people make time for who they want, but at the end of the day, because I make some time for you, don't mean there's going to be a whole lot of time. Like, at the end of the day, it's still only 24 hours within the day. I still got a lot of stuff I need to accomplish. I'm still working with my organization. I'm still working with SGA. I'm still working. So, of course, I got a lot to do, but, you like y'all said, you knew before you got with me that I was this busy. Also, when you dating a student leader, you can't be insecure. I'm not trying to talk to everybody that talks to me. You know, I'm just doing my job and I'm helping. I'm talking to people. I'm interacting. That doesn't mean that I want to be with them. You know, so that's another thing. Like, you know, you can't be insecure dating a student leader because, yeah, they going to be in everybody's face, but they not being in everybody's face like that. It's literally their job. So that's another thing I wanted to know.
Especially a Greek student leader, especially a Greek student, because when you Greek, it's like it makes it 1,000 times worse. It's not going to happen.
I want to say also, while we're on the topic of HBCU dating, I just had this thought. Sometimes dating does not mean you're actually dating somebody else. Sometimes you can be dating yourself. Learn to love yourself. Learn to be comfortable with yourself. Learn to be able to, and I said this last week, like learn to be able to be okay by yourself or with somebody. Like, I mean, I'm him with you or without you. I'm still gonna be him because that's just me. You know, get that kind of mentality. Not being cocky, but at the same time be confident. Like, be confidently secure in yourself. Like, know that, okay, either you're going to be with me and we're going to do whatever it is, or either we ain't. And at the end of the day, I can date myself. I can love myself. You know, I can embrace myself because I honestly don't need you. Like, you're not a necessity. I came here to get a degree. I came into college by myself. I will graduate, if need be, by myself. All I need is my degree, and that's all I need. So I can get up out of here and go really be who I need to be. And also, I think we asked the question, you know, would you find your, you know, do you think you'll find your soulmate in college? Personally, I don't believe I will, and that's okay. I think for me, whenever I graduated, my family, because I'm a first generation college student, so I feel like my family kind of pushed me out there and was like, okay, you need to figure all this stuff out. And I think sometimes we try to have this love story and be like, oh, I found my soulmate in college. Everybody's not like that. Sometimes you won't find your soulmate until you're 60, 69 years old wearing diapers, and that's okay. I mean, ain't nobody gonna want you that stink. I'm just saying though, like, it's okay not finding yourself in. I mean, it's okay not finding your person or dating somebody in college. It is okay. It's fine. Like, everybody's not gonna have that luxury, and also it's not even a luxury sometimes. Personally, dating in college is stressful. Like, I would never do it again. Not while I'm in college. It's just stressful. Like, it's a lot because you're still growing. You're still doing. It's just a lot of metamorphosis and also trying to date. Like, I would never do that again, ever again. Because, and then niggas, they be lying. I didn't mean to say niggas. Oh my gosh. I didn't mean to say that. But however, it's just, you know, just stuff. It's just a lot. So if you're not willing to bear the weight and the idea of dating and what it fully entails, don't put yourself out there in that field. It's not for everybody. It's not.
Yeah, I think most definitely agree. I think that a lot of college students coming into college have that mindset that, oh, I'm going to find the love of my life here. I have this freedom. I'm able to date. I'm able, whether you came from a strict household, wherever you came from. Like, I think that's just a little thought in every college student's mind that it just may be possible that I will find the love of my life here. And when you make friends, when you're involved in certain organizations, you feel like, oh, this might be love. This might be my husband. And it's a lot to take in, and it's a lot of emotion. And we can fool ourselves. We can skip the red flags. We could, you know, feel like I said, our friends are our soulmates, or, you know, certain people that we may hang out with. But honestly, I said this in the last episode, that when you are working and focusing on yourself, the scripture is, when you're waiting, God will give you the of your heart. So when you're focusing on yourself and you're working on yourself, making sure your mental and physical and spiritual health is well, and you're there to do what you are meant to do, which is your academics, everything that's supposed to be yours is going to attract you. We come to college sometimes looking for love when love is supposed to find you. So allow it to flow. And also, comparison can be a good trick of the enemy, because when we see some people in college that have successful relationships, we don't know what they're doing to keep their relationship or what they did to even get it. So, you know, when we look at that and we see the image and we see, oh, this could be me, all the emotions could get to us. But honestly, do you, and allow everything that's supposed to be in your life attract you, and I promise you it will.
And I want to piggyback what she just said real quick. I'm just gonna piggyback and just say real quick. Go ahead. Stop trying to make your relationship somebody else's relationship. You're not gonna have the the Will and Jada. You're not gonna have. Do we even say the Will and Jada anymore? The Martin.
She was a hoe. No, we're
Yeah,
not.
You don't want you're not gonna be them. Like, stop trying to base your relationship off of somebody you see on social media. Everybody not gonna be Ari and Moneybag, because then everybody want to be Blueface and Krishan until it's time to fight. Like, nah, be the whole part of the relationship, So it's, at the end of the day, stop trying to focus on trying to make your relationship like somebody else's and make your relationship that something for you. And sometimes your person, the person that you supposed to spend forever with, sometimes that's you. Maybe sometimes you are your soulmate. So definitely what he said, like Xavier said, love yourself, because sometimes you might be your soulmate.
Definitely. And I want to say, if your friends, so I have friends who they have a very strong relationship, and I want to shout them out as Laz and Breeze. Out of our friend group, y'all ever watched the movie Why Did I Get Married? Right? I feel like that's our friend group. So they're gonna be the strongest people. Like, they're gonna have the best marriage. That's gonna be them, and I love them, and I love the way they are matriculating through college. And I want to say, because they're doing great, I'm not gonna hate on them. I'm not going to be envious of them. I'm not going to be jealous of them because they have a solid relationship. That's not good. Whenever you're jealous of somebody, you're not going to get successful anywhere. You're never going to find that true love because you're being envious of somebody else. That's just to go back off of what them. And I also have a friend who she just got into a relationship, and I love it. And as a friend, sometimes I get jealous because I don't like the fact that she's always gone, but I have to realize that for a minute, she wasn't dating anybody, but now that she is, I have to let her be great in her relationship. I have to learn to honestly be a third wheel, and that's okay being a third wheel. Be okay with your friends being with their mate, and that's just my advice.
I just want to add really fast. My bad. I'm gonna just say this real fast. I'm gonna just say, look at dating. And this may sound problematic ASF, but look at dating like you trying out different TV subscriptions. Like, for me, I know what I like to watch. And if I know Hulu don't have what I like to watch, I'm not going to go subscribe and invest my time in Hulu. But if Netflix got what I want, I'm going to invest my time and my money into Netflix. But Netflix also going to have to understand that there is baggage that comes with me, and that you're going to have to adapt to what I want and hand me some recommendations. Not saying that I got it perfect. And if you want to base our relationship off, Lord, nobody off Instagram, but if you want to base it off somebody, at least let them be transparent in their relationship. Because what we don't want to talk about how August Alsina and Will was probably really together, but that's all I got to say. Go ahead.
And that's his business. Thank you.
All I'm going to say is, we're at a certain age in life, in certain age in college, where we're not too young to know what we want, and we're not too old to understand what we need. You see what I'm saying? So, as opposed to, I'm not young, I'm not old enough to understand what love is, but I know what do I want out of life. What do I want out of a relationship? What do I want out of a person? I know what I want. I'm not 15. I'm not 12. I'm not simple-minded. So I know. And it's the simple things like education. I come here to learn. I know what I want. I want to pursue an education. I want to pursue getting my degree. But I'm old enough to understand that I can do that and have that as priority. But why also make that priority? Can I also have a partner that's going to do the same things, that's going to be on the same timing as me? I'm old enough to understand that, granted, a home is better than a hotel, but I'm also wise enough in understanding that if that home has too many, bad memories, or if that if I can't maintain a 5-bedroom with a patio and a nice view, then I gotta burn that thing down. I understand that. That's what everyone gotta understand when you dating in college, when you going out there in life. You have to know at the end of the day, I'm old enough to know what I want, but I'm not old enough. I'm not too old enough to understand what I need. So
And then also, I want to say like, the Bible says that there's a time and a place for everything. Learn when it's your time to date. Learn whenever it's your time to be single. Sometimes I think for me right now, God is showing me, but through other people and not in a relationship form. I feel like I'm learning myself from viewing myself, but I'm viewing myself through my friends and everything. And it's not my time to date, and that's all right because sometimes you get so, and just like Rebecca said, whenever your ways please God, He'll give you the desires of your heart. But whenever you begin to put His will and Him on the back burner, He's going to strip everything that you put before Him away from you. He has that kind of power. So until you actually learn certain things, He's not going to give you what you want. And that's why I'm saying, like, learn when it's your time to date, when it's your time to learn, when it's your time to do all these kind of things. Because everything falls in line. God is very chronological. Like, He has a time and everything set up in order. So learn whenever it's time for this, whenever it's time for that. Learn when it's that. Like, learn all that kind of stuff. And also, on a more natural level, like as a student leader, I know that I'm not going to get into a relationship going into this semester because I have a lot of things lined up. If I know that I can't give myself fully the way that I need to be giving it to somebody, I'm not going to set myself up to have to do that because then that's going to cause strain and tension on a thing that it doesn't have to. So be mindful whenever you're trying to go out here and make sure you're actually ready for that. Like, make sure you actually have the time and the skills and the ability and the mindset to actually do that. Because dating, especially having a good, solid, healthy relationship, takes a lot that I think we don't really look at. We look at it as if, okay, I got somebody that I can hunch on nightly, I can lay up with, and that we can take pictures. That's it. But you're not looking at, oh, well, I got to make sure this person is good all the time, and also myself. So, and mental health is very big, so I gotta make sure I'm cool, and if I actually care about you, I gotta make sure you're good mentally too. This and this. It's just a lot. So make sure you're actually ready for what dating truly entails, because it's a lot behind it. Personally, I don't want that on my plate anymore because I like being selfish, and my plate is my plate only. So,
And I mean, as we get ready for our accountability check, the moments is getting sweet, bitter, more and more bittersweet. Like, I can't lie. I mean, finally wrapping up, but I want to say this. Two things. One, always protect your heart, because nobody's perfect, and there's no such thing as perfect people. Okay. But with that being said, do not become a bitter old man or a bitter old woman early. Don't hold what happens, in our relationships, when y'all young and all that, and hold it in so much where it builds up and you become so hateful and bitter so early. Don't allow that to happen to yourself. Protect your heart, but allow yourself to be loved. A lot of times people don't allow themselves to be loved, which makes it hard for them to love other people. So protect your heart, but do allow yourself to be loved. And that's all I got. But now it's time for our accountability check. This is the part of the episode where we, see something that we want to be held accountable for the week. We're gonna discuss like our last week's goal and see if we actually came, and accomplished that. So for me, my goal was to be more intentional in the service that I did in the community and just become a better me, while I'm on break. One thing I can say is I've officially been going to the gym, for the last 2 weeks, working out, just trying to, get my mind right. I'm also starting to look at more community service and things like that. So my accountability check for this week is I want to make sure that I continue to stay serious about being in the gym. And I also want to make sure that I set up everything I need to do to get back for next semester, so I can have a successful Founders Day and a successful, semester. So that's what I got. What about you, Rebecca?
For me, I'll say I forgot what my last week was, but I think it was rest. I did get some rest. Like after finals, I was like, yeah, now I can decompress. But I'll say this week accountability check, and I guess it could go into the next season because we won't be able to. I mean, we won't see each other until next season. But just really be intentional about my surroundings because this semester my electronics have really taken a hold of me. And Dean Carter, he's the dean over at Martin Luther King International Chapel over at Morehouse. He was like, sometimes just look up at the sky. And I remember I did that one day and my eyes began to hurt because I'm always on my phone or on my laptop. So I just want to be intentional about God's creation and just be present. So, yeah. What about you, Chris?
So for me, I can't even remember what I said the last time I was here. But I know one thing that I'm going to be very intentional on and about this coming break is learning and, well, not learning. I already learned it. I already passed that test. But understanding that the people who had to leave, this gonna get deep. The people who had to leave because I couldn't grow with them still here. So just understanding that we live forwards, understanding backwards, and that it's a me season for real. It's time to focus on me. It's time to put me first. And yeah, like just make sure I'm good before I worry about anybody else.
Anybody?
I think last time I was
So
on
I
here,
guess I guess for me it'll probably be I was doing motivation Mondays. The thing about motivation Mondays, I be tired getting up on Monday. I ain't gonna front. It be tiring. Like I ain't gonna front. Like it'd be nice to do it. Like I'll be like, yeah, you know, I'm on it. Like, and you know, I'll be having some clips, but it's like, dang, do I really, you know, I don't really think they need motivation today. I'm gonna do it every other Monday. I'm gonna do it every other Monday. No. So I'm gonna stick to my schedule every other Monday until I get consistent with every Monday. So next Monday, I'm gonna be doing Monday motivation. As well as I do need to get stuff for second semester going as it pertains to financial aid, because I know they're not going to answer my calls when I ask them, you know, because financial aid be tripping. So I'm going to go ahead and call them and make sure I'm set. So that's what I got to do. So talk to the school about second semester and motivational Monday. Yeah.
Last time I was on here, I think my accountability was for me to learn how to money manage. I think I've done pretty swell. Instead of me going out, because I live in the country, so I have to drive to any grocery store or restaurant. It's like 10-15 minutes out. So that's burning gas, and also that's also spending extra money. So I just went grocery shopping, you know, and I just cooked for myself, saved a lot of extra money. So I did do that. I think moving forward, over the break, because our Christmas break has officially started, I moved back in like 3.5-4 weeks. So I think over the break, I'm going to really figure out what's next. I feel like I'm in a place where I'm literally just waiting around. Like I'm in limbo. So I think I'm gonna really figure out what's next, school wise, leadership wise, apply for internships. You know, just kind of get the first half of my year together, and also I set a lot of goals for myself, but I don't always accomplish them. Somebody told me a quote, you would rather master trades instead of being a jack of all trades. So I want to make sure I accomplish the goals that I had set instead of trying to touch each one of them. I want to fully accomplish them. So making sure I'm ready for next semester, because next semester is going to be very hectic and busy semester for me, prayerfully. So you know, we'll see how everything goes.
So for me, I think last time I was here, it was completing my grad school applications. So I did do that. So lit for that. But I think for this week, as I'm going into my last semester here, get ready to graduate, I really want to rest over break, do some things for fun. Like I make like dance content, so I really want to try to like really do that for fun, like over break. So really enjoying myself.
For me, last time I was on here, my thing I wanted to hold myself accountable for was just taking it more serious in terms of like internships. So I started applying to a lot more internships and just really trying to prepare myself for the post college life was my whole big thing. And luckily, by the grace of God, I have been doing that and applying to more internships. So some come real soon. Y'all stay tuned.
SK, we're doing our accountability check for the week. You're mute.
For this week coming up?
Yeah, for the week. And honestly, since this is our season finale, just something that you want to linger on into the new year.
Okay, so I want to sign 2 clients for my marketing business, and I just want to be able to clearly define all my goals. Like I did my vision board already for 2023. I feel like I'm already in 2023. I can already like see what I want. It's just about like defining them a lot more and just like getting to the money in my business. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's cool. That's cool. So we're gonna drop our social medias because we want the people watching to stay in touch with us in our businesses, our personal pages in our businesses, as well as so we can stay in touch with each other. These accountability checks are real, y'all. We want each other to grow and just develop. So I'll start off with myself. My personal Instagram is Rebecca M. Henry, and that's Rebecca with 2 Ks. So it's REBEKKAMHENRY. And my Faith Talk page, my faith-based page, is Faith Talk with Rebecca Henry. Go ahead, Kevin.
I just want to say, 1, thank y'all all for being here. 2, I'm proud that I got both my social medias up and running. So my first one is Special K _20. And she said, shout out to your college. Shout out to Miles College, the illustrious Miles College, founded in 1898. My other Instagram page is Keys to Success 22. Those are my 2 pages. Again, thank y'all. What about you, Z?
Man, it's always a pleasure to drop some gems, get on here and preach for my brothers, my sisters, my kings and queens. You know what I'm saying? My Instagram, Fresh Kid Zeke, Facebook, Zeke Stevens, Twitter, Zeke Stevens. On YouTube, it's my company name, my brand name, Big Ben Zeke. And shout out to the prestigious college, the prestigious university at that Clarkland University, you know what I'm saying? 1988. I'll find a way to make one, culture for service, all that good old jazz, man.
All right.
Okay. My Instagram is very simple. It's my name, ZABRIONN. Again, that's ZABRIONN. And again, I want to shout out the illustrious, the legendary, the vivacious, the prestigious, the unsinkable, the amazing, the splendiferous Claflin University, the first HBCU built in South Carolina. Don't play with us. 1869 on the Hilltop High. And I want to shout them out. I love all of my Claflinites. And remember, Claflinites, we are what the world needs. We are visionaries.
Right. So again, my name is Ira Moore. My Instagram is all lowercase I.MOOR3. And then my specific dance page is the Dancing Engineer with 2 R's. So y'all check that out. And it's been a pleasure. And definitely want to shout out Morehouse College as well as North Carolina A&T State University.
For sure, y'all can follow me on all social media at I am Project MC. I am Project MC. For the brand, listen, gotta shout out the brand, you know what I mean? Make sure you go ahead, check out the Michael Cradle with an E, not an A. The Michael Cradle collection. We got a pop-up shop coming this weekend. Make sure you follow my page, get y'all the details on that. And of course, my other business page, Junkie of Creative Styles. Gotta shout out the brands, you know what I mean? Black business, we love you.
So my IG, well, let me start by, since everybody's hyping up their wonderful HBCUs, shout out to the only HBCU dedicated to the soul cultivation of the Black man, and the only institution that graduates on average 300 to 350 Black men a year, effortlessly, might I add. But my IG is x.chryss, and that is my real name, by the way, .x. So it's x.chryss.x. And, you know, I'm kind of a little TikTok famous or whatever you want to call it. So you can follow me on TikTok. Is I am Chris, CHRYSS.
So first and foremost, let's shout out Florida Memorial University, the only HBCU in South Florida. Shout out to the Lions. And my YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok is SK Galore. My marketing agency is Excellence Agency. It's spelled ESOULENCE, and it's tagged in the link in my bio.
Okay, and last but not least, I have to shout out the number one HBCU, Spelman College.
Go on somewhere with
Shout
that.
out to y'all. Look. Hey, I'm gonna say this, and I say this all the time. This is what
Shout out to the Spelman.
like. Shout out to all y'all. Shout out to y'all HBCUs. I mean, you know, we better together. You know, we way better together. You know, so all HBCUs. Like I always tell people, I don't care what school you go to, as long as it's an HBCU. You know, because when we stand together, we win. I want to say that. Final remarks, you know, as we wrap up the season. I mean, to all of our viewers, just always remember that you're at nobody's pace but your own. Don't let nobody tell you what you cannot do. You know, at the end of the day, what you want to do is going to happen within your time and how you want it to happen. Because it happened for somebody faster than it happened for you don't mean that it's not going to happen for you. That means that it's not happening for you at that moment. So I just want you to know, love yourself. You know, you are intelligent. Don't let nobody discourage you. Just because they couldn't do it, don't mean that you can't do it. You know, always remember that and never forget that. I thank each and every one of y'all. Thank all of our amazing co-hosts, Nige, Elaine, like Rebecca. Like it's been a whole different experience, like, you know, working alongside y'all. And I truly appreciate y'all. I truly appreciate our guests, you know, for making this season a success. And I just want to say our viewers, I love y'all and I can't wait to see y'all next season. Rebecca?
Bye.